And it's okay for you to be you, but you got to find a version of you that's going to be able to live in a collaborative, cooperative space unless you want to be figuring it out all by yourself. Because I could be, I could be a 53-year-old single man out here just living, just doing stuff, getting into stuff, finding people to hang out with. And that's a fine lifestyle if that's what you choose. But I don't know necessarily if it always works out well. I'll just say that. So long story short, when I made that investment, I remember thinking, let's figure out the benefits of having that person as a backup, right? You have these benefits like when you have two incomes, it's easier than one. I told you all when we went to go buy that car yesterday, I literally it was completely stress free for me. My wife, because again, she's a college professor who's super smart, who knows what she wants and kind of does her thing. I sat there, watched her just talk to the guy, pick the car she wanted, negotiate the price, sign the documents, and I was watching football games on my phone. And I remember just thinking, and not one time did she say, "Hey, Boyce, we need your credit card for the down payment," or "Hey, Boyce, I need you to do this," or "Hey, Boyce," no, I just sat there and I was on my phone watching football games, and I wonder how normal that is. Maybe in most families, they think the man is supposed to be up there barking back and forth with the car dealer, or maybe I'm supposed to pay everything or whatever. But that wasn't what it was. And it's not like there's a textbook that tells you it's supposed to be that way. I didn't even know it was going to be that way. If she'd asked me for money, of course I would have gave it to her. But I just sat and watched and said, okay, well, you know what? The best thing I can do in this situation is to completely support this person as she does something that's very important to her, something that she really wants. She wanted that car. She liked the color red. She really wanted to do it. And I was like, go for it because I don't care. Because I'm never going to complain about driving a Mercedes, right? So my point is to say that I think these little trade-offs, again, not that we have it all perfect, but I encourage you to consider these little trade-offs, especially if you get into relationships, not romantic. I'm not talking about just romantic relationship. I'm talking about any relationship, a business relationship, a friendship, anything. If you get into a situation where you have a chance to win, I'm gonna be a football coach for a minute, basketball coach. If you get a winning team, try to keep the team's needs above your own. I think that's a simple idea. This is my simple suggestion. This is me being part Dr. Boyce, part Uncle Boyce, right? So part of this is driven by science, economic science, that says that if you can work collaboratively, you do better economically. But it's also driven by experience, where I've seen people lose major opportunities and really powerful situations because of maybe some type of unresolved issue, or it was something they refuse to let go of. Maybe they hold on to baggage, hold grudges, get mad over little stuff. Ego jumps in, like, no, I'm gonna prove to you that I did. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Where you let something small kind of get into your soul, and to make a point, you're like, I'm out of here. I'm gone. I ain't doing this. I ain't taking none of this crap. No, I'm okay with taking crap. I take crap until I'd say, well, that's not crap. I'm not taking that crap. But this crap over here, it's life. You make trade-offs, whatever. And I think that understanding that is really important. I don't know if people really talk about that. I just hear I hear a lot of people really saying that, like I refuse to settle in relationships. I'm not talking about marriage. I'm not just talking about marriage now, mind you. I'm talking about period, friendships, business partnerships, everything. I refuse to settle because I've got my standard. If so and so does not meet my standard, then they got to kick the curb or whatever. That's fine. But you gotta really understand that every constraint, this is me speaking mathematically now. In mathematics, remember I've told you all this, that every time you have a constraint, you are limiting your ability to find the optimal outcome. Every time you have a constraint, like like you're dating, you got a list of 38 things that the person has to fit, and if they miss two, then if they get two wrong on the test,